When it comes to cutting off secular music, is this you? I'm not sure if this is a sin or not. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to actually do this. Cutting off secular music. Here's how and why I did it. God is a jealous God. Everything you consume, it's going to have an impact on you. I was definitely delusional. Do you see how self-destructive that is? It just broke my heart every single time, and I didn't know why I couldn't heal my heart. Hi everyone! Today's video is just a very chill one. I just wanted to explain more of my decision and why I wanted to cut out secular music, why I felt compelled to. And in my last video, I told you guys that I don't think all secular music is bad. There are still like some secular songs that I listen to, but they definitely have a positive message and are all about love and kindness and forgiving others and loving the people around you. So I just refuse to listen to music that don't align with my values, are preaching a bad culture or message, and could negatively impact my emotions. Because in my last video I mentioned that music was definitely something that kept me in a loop of sadness. Like, I would think to myself, why
am I still thinking about this person after all this time?
And then I'll listen to a song that I relate to this person on purpose, and I still wonder that.
I wonder why I'm still thinking about this person.
Girl! I was definitely delusional a bit. Yeah. It was a form of self-sabotage. At some point you have to ask yourself, how is this serving me? The wrong secular music makes you come into agreement with things that are harmful to you, and you don't even realize it. What does listening to a song reminiscing about a bad relationship do? It makes you want that relationship. It reinforces you to even think about that person. So then you have to ask yourself, why are you giving them your most precious resource, your attention? What does listening to a song about wishing them the worst do? It gives you a vengeful mindset. It does not give you peace. How do you ever expect to move on from that person or that situation if you're allowing a trigger into your life? At the end of the day, it's all about validation. You just have to ask yourself, what exactly are you validating? Is it even worth validating? There's also another reason. I was making music an idol. And only this past year, I've felt led and convicted to remove this idol from my life. Because you can literally go back on my channel's videos. You can tell how obsessed I was, how deep into the lore I was, how much I would go crazy for people who don't know me. It was something that I placed so much of my personality on. I didn't think it was healthy. It really wasn't healthy. It's actually insane looking back because I feel like I am a very unrecognizable person. I feel like I've changed a lot over the past year, and I don't see myself as obsessive as I used to be over these artists and over those songs. It's not that I dislike these artists as people, because I do hope they find happiness, success, whatever they're looking for. I do hope that they find it. So I'm not like preying on their downfall or anything. I still check up on, for example, Sabrina Carpenter, because she was my childhood and she obviously meant a lot to me. Her music helped me process my emotions during a very difficult time in my life. I'm always going to be grateful to her for that. It's just a matter of me controlling what I'm consuming, because obviously everything that you consume, no one is immune to this, by the way. Everything you consume, it's going to have an impact on you. Every person you talk to, they're going to have an impact on you. And I think I just want to be more intentional about the people I surround myself with, the things I'm letting into my life, and the music that I'm listening to. And obviously the things I'm creating as well. After I posted my video on why I'm changing my channel content, I had quite a few messages from my friends saying how they're so proud of me and music did define me for so long. It was actually concerning. It was to the point that they can see the absolute change that happened after I cut out secular music, that I'm so much happier now. And I thought that I was the only one seeing that change in myself because I thought it was just an internal thing, but it was definitely an outward thing as well. Like, after I cut out secular music, I feel like God even opened doors for me that I never thought would be opened. I'm not gonna say too much now. I'll probably expand more on that in a future video, but after I followed in obedience to God, after I cut secular music out, I feel like He really opened doors for me, because yeah, for the past year, I've felt convicted to remove this part of myself, but I was waiting for so long because I was like, I'm not sure if this is a sin or not. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to actually do this. But when I finally did it, I felt so free. And I didn't think it would have that big of an impact on me. I really didn't. I thought it was just like a small thing. But like, obviously it was hard to let go of it. You can see how obsessed I used to be from all my channel videos. The way I cut secular music out, by the way, is creating a playlist of all the worship songs, all the songs that remind me of God, into one playlist, and I would constantly like go back to it like whenever I felt like it. And when I built up enough of that, that became my go-to playlist. When I started listening to that more and I got into the habit of that, gradually I just cut out the secular songs that I was really into. I'm not sure if you also want to cut out secular music, but if you do, that was one way that I did it. God is a jealous God. We know this. The Bible says so. God is jealous of how you spend your time, where you put your attention. If you spend an hour, one day of the week, worshiping God through music, but spend the rest of the week singing songs about worldly things, things that aren't of God, things that don't glorify God, I don't want to say anything, but how you spend your time with Him is between you and God. If you want a deeper relationship, if you're seeking Him, look at all the ways you're spending time apart from Him. But anyway, this was another way I was making music an idol. It was like I was depending on music for my emotional healing instead of God, who actually would be able to heal me effectively. Secular music just made me dwell on the issue, not actually fix it. It was a false way of self-soothing. It soothed nothing. I was just reopening the wound over and over again and calling it healing. And I also want to say that when I first felt convicted to remove this part of my life, it was actually from TikTok. I was seeing a lot of TikTok videos on why secular music can be bad for us. And after those first few videos, I was really questioning whether my secular music, the ones that I was still keeping in my life, whether it was actually good for me. There were so many of my playlists, I see that now, that were just romanticizing painful parts of my life that I chose to put up on Spotify and go back to every time. Do you see how self-destructive that is? Everything you consume, it's going to have an impact on you. And I did not want secular music to have such a big impact on me anymore. It was not good for me, at least the ones that I was listening to at the time. It just broke my heart every single time, and I didn't know why I couldn't heal my heart, even though I was the one practically breaking it by letting these things into my life. That's why I cut out secular music, and why I'm sticking with this decision. It's not something I'm just gonna go back on. But anyway, thank you for listening to my semi-testimony. I'm definitely going to be making future videos on secular music again, mostly because I feel the most convicted about it right now. But obviously I do want to touch on other issues in the future, things that I'm passionate about, and some more revelations that I've been having about God and His love for us. I just want to talk more about my testimony and things that are really close to my heart. So do stay tuned for that. But once again, thank you for watching. I'm very happy that you chose to spend time with me today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.